Hello, how are you? I'm reasonable today, I wouldn't say good. Family-wise, we're having a bit of a tough time at the moment. I think you may know that we've had some health problems going on. And this video today is going to be a bit of a chatty one. It's the first time in about 5 weeks or so that I've had the house semi to myself. Usually I have a bit of time alone, a bit of headspace, but I haven't had that for the last few weeks because my partner's not been very well. He's had trouble, sorry, just looking at my phone, a message came through now. He's had trouble breathing and it's not really got any better. He is our main earner at home, so it's going to feel like it's going to be quite tough financially. And yeah, he's had trouble breathing. It's not really getting any better. In fact, it seems to be getting a little bit worse, especially at night times. So today I've dropped him off at A&E to see if they can shed any more light on it, because he's really not feeling very well. And hopefully they might sort something out, maybe give him some kind of medication, I don't know, or even discover what's causing it, because we don't actually know what's causing it. He does have asthma, but it's a bit different from his normal asthma. So fingers crossed they find something out, and we can start getting back to normal life. But I'm very sorry, but the NHS at the moment is struggling and everything takes a long time. Today, yeah, I'm just going to have a quick chat, a bit of a get to know you. In a moment, I'm going to make some cleaning spray with essential oils, because I've actually, for the last few months, I've not used any regular cleaning sprays. I still have some in the kitchen cupboard, and I think that's much better for us in general. I'm going to have a little bit of catch up about my health journey, and like I said, just a bit of a get to know me. So let's start first. I think I'm going to tell you about my health journey so far. So it was about 2 weeks ago that I spoke to you last about the changes that I'm going to make, and I want to implement slow changes, small changes, so that I can slowly get healthier and fitter. And yes, I have increased my movement slightly. Sad to say, I haven't been out every single day walking, which I would have really liked to have been, because it clears my head as well as anything else. But some days truly have been literally work, drive someone somewhere, drive someone else somewhere, drive someone else somewhere, pick somebody up, pick somebody else up, pick somebody else up, do this, do that. I give a lot of myself to other people. So by the time I've actually stopped to do anything for me, it's pretty much the evening and dark and miserable, and I don't really want to go out for a walk when it's like that. And also I feel tired, even though I haven't physically been doing anything, I feel mentally tired at the end of the day. So I have increased the amount of walks I've been on. So I would say that I've been out on 5 out of every 7 days. So 4 or 5, let's say 4 or 5 days out of each 7 days I have hit my steps goal. So for me, again, I'm not going to be beating myself up, because for me, I think really we've got so much going on at home that I have to give myself a break. I can't expect to be all out. I'd really like to be like that person that goes all out, full on. And I've done it before, where I literally cut things out. I literally change my diet massively. I exercise, that kind of thing. I think sometimes that can work really well, but at the moment for me it's not going to, because I would just get cross with myself that I can't do it. So I have increased my exercise slightly. I'm going to continue for the next 2 weeks trying to get up to those 7 days a week where I'm doing all of my steps. And my stretching, I've been very good with my stretching. I had to stop a couple of days because I did some hard work lifting, and it really pulled my neck, and I just had a rest for, I know stretching's good, but I had a rest for a couple of days from stretching just because it was so bad. And I thought, I need to do different kinds of movements. I need to sort of move around, walking, that kind of stuff, spend less time sitting for work. So what I did was I reversed my work. Usually I work in the morning, I get up, have a bit of tidy in the kitchen maybe or something like that, then work in the morning, and that sort of seizes me up a bit. So what I did, I reversed that, and I did got up in the morning and then went out for a bit to do some other things like chores, like shops and stuff like that. So I was actually getting a bit more mobile in the morning, and that seemed to help a bit, as well as the stretching. But I did ease off that for a couple of days. So the stretching and the exercise, good. The adding extra nourishment, good in the mornings. I'll show you how I make my go-to breakfast. Yep, that's my normal breakfast. Quite a lot smaller usually, but I wanted to use up the apple that I was cutting up. So I had that was a massive breakfast. And I don't think it's probably more calories than I need, but I'm not thinking about calories. I'm just trying to encourage my nutrition. So that was my breakfast. So I have got rid of the toast, basic plain toast in the morning. So that's good. So that's adding extra nutrition to my diet. However, the other problem this past couple of weeks has been, so there's been a birthday, so we had to take out, but there's also been days, as I said, where I've been running around giving people lifts. My partner can't cook dinner because he's got slightly worse. So we've actually had a couple more takeaways than we would normally have. In fact, we had a kebab the other day and that is not good. But again, that's why they're there for times like this. I'm going to cook a roast today, which we don't have like roasts with massively loads and loads of meat or massively loads and loads of potatoes. Most of our roast tends to be vegetables. So yeah, I'm going to cook a roast today and that's good. I have had quite a lot of sugary snacks and that's something I really need to work on. So I think in the next couple of weeks, I'm going to work really hard to try and get my steps in every single day. I'm going to carry on with the stretching, maybe slightly different, move it from just my shoulders and try some full body stretching, which can help to build a bit more strength as well. And I am going to increase my nutrition at the same time as cutting out the snacks. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet because I am really bad. The things that I love are sugar and tea. I have one sugar and tea, so they're the things I love. And I find it hard to, especially when I have days where I'm on the go, not to just grab something. I know the lesson is to just not buy it. But for example, yesterday, my partner's mum and dad visited and they bought me a bar of chocolate. I've only had a tiny bit, you know, these things happen. There's still stuff left over from Christmas. Literally, when I'm in those, preparation is key. Literally, when I'm in those, like, what shall I eat? I'm hungry, I'm bored, or whatever. Or I feel I need something. What do you do? What do you do? I need to control this talking at me. So yeah, that's my health. I have weighed myself. I haven't lost any or gained any, so that's good really, because we have had like saltier food because we've had takeaways and stuff like that. So yeah, that is good. Let's get on with making my cleaning product. That's my lovely cleaning spray, and it really does. I don't think you can smell the vinegar at all. The washing up liquid I use does have a pomegranate scent, and usually I don't use one with a scent. I usually try and get the original, but I think when I went to Aldi, they didn't have any of the original one, so that may have added to the smell, but I like to change it up a little bit. I think last time I used some ylang ylang in with the bergamot and lavender, but this time I've used chamomile, and I think that gives it a bit of a gentle note to the smell. I'm not a perfume expert or a fragrance expert, but that's what I think. And if you are interested in using essential oils, this lady, Valerie Ann Woolward, her book's really good. The Fragrant Pharmacy is really useful, and I think there's another one which is more about use outside of medicinal uses. And I'm going to say I'm not giving anyone medical advice, but that book's very useful for things like helping to ease symptoms, especially for me, particularly for my sinuses, because I get very blocked up sinuses, and actually I hope to help my sinuses by eating more nutrition. But until then, there's a couple of really good recipes for using essential oils for my sinuses, and they really relieve any sinusy type headaches that I might get. And yep, they don't cure, essential oils aren't going to cure you of any illnesses, but they're useful, I think, for that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm not giving any medical advice, that's just it. So what I'm going to talk about now is just a little bit about me. I'm going to introduce myself. So as you probably know, or you might know by the name of the channel, my name is Ruth. The way you say my last name is Cool, and a lot of people have trouble with that. And I think it's a Scottish name because there is a tiny little town, not even a town, a place in Scotland called Cool. Anyway, that's my name. What else? I'm currently 48. I've just turned 48, and I don't feel that old. Sometimes my bones might do, but my brain really doesn't feel that old. I had children very young. I had children when I was 19, my first one, and it was just his birthday, and he is now 29. So yeah, that's crazy. So he's 29. My youngest is 18. No, my youngest is 19. And I have 3 children in total. I live in Somerset, and what do I do in my days? I do a lot. clearly having grown-up children doesn't ease my workload. So I spend my days, I work for a CIC, which is a community interest company, doing 15 hours a week of admin and project management and that kind of thing. And then I have my own CIC, so I'm a director of my own CIC. A community interest company, by the way, is a social enterprise, so it's basically set up so you don't make profit. All the profit that you do make from anything you do, not that we really make much profit, but any profit from anything you do goes back into the community that you're serving. So, for example, the CIC that I do 15 hours a week with, they are a youth theatre, so anything they make from children, from parents paying for their weekly sessions, goes back into offering maybe other children spaces whose parents may not be able to afford to go, that kind of thing. So it all goes back in to the community. So it's business, but it's like a charity, really. It's got a bit confusing, but so a CIC has that bit of freedom, a bit more freedom than a charity to earn money from other sources, like more likely selling things, that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's basically what a CIC, social enterprise, is. My CIC that I'm a director of is basically set up to help the town that I live in, because the town that I live in is very, very deprived. We have possibly the most deprived place in our county, and one of the top ones in the country. So not everyone, I'm sure not everyone is, but quite a lot of us are quite poor. And I wouldn't even put myself down as being as poor as I used to be. So, my story, I had children young. I had 2 boys. When my second boy was 1, their dad died. We were together at the time and he died suddenly. So then I was a single parent, and then I met my daughter's dad, my partner, who's currently ill at the moment. I met him and we've been together ever since, and we've had 1 child. And I don't really know what else I do apart from run around after other people. I'm sure I'll tell you more about myself over time. I love tea, I love gravy, I love a roast dinner. I'm addicted to sugar, I've already said that. I love interior design. I really like the way things look. Unfortunately, no one else in my house seems to be especially bothered about the mess. If you could see behind the camera, you would see a lot of mess that I need to tidy up. It's worse at the moment because my partner's off and I am you'd think it would be better, but it's not, because in between him feeling bad, he's trying to do bits and pieces, like little pottery around things when he can, because it's driving him mental to be sitting down all day and not being able to do things. So he's trying to do little bits and pieces, but it means that he keeps leaving things everywhere. So that's a little annoying. But yeah, so I love things to be tidy, but they're not. And that's me, really. I've had children very young, and I actually feel like I've only just started to discover who I am at the age of 48, well, possibly at the age of 46, 47, 46 maybe. I started, maybe not, maybe after my youngest was 16 or something like that. Anyway, I'm getting to know who I am and what I like. The other thing you might want to know about me, if you're interested at all, is that I have an underactive thyroid, an autoimmune problem. So my immune system attacks my thyroid. So when I was younger, I was pretty much a size 8 to 10. And then suddenly I got this thyroid problem. It went overactive, so everything was sped up in my body, and then it went underactive, and which means everything slowed down in your body, which means you then put on weight. So basically the management of my thyroid problem wasn't very good, so I did put on a lot of weight in a very short amount of time, say about 3 or 4 stone. Yeah, I would say I was probably about 8 or 9 stone at the time, and I went from a size 10 up to a size 16 within 4 months, maybe 5 months. And yeah, and I've pretty much stayed somewhere around a size 16, between an 18 and 14 since then. And that was when I was 30. So that was like 38 years ago. And then, and I was tired a lot of the time. So anyway, that's a health story. But I was tired a lot of the time, and I tried and tried and tried to lose weight and tried to feel better. And it was so disheartening because I couldn't do it. But then I found out about a different type of medication that you actually can't get prescribed properly in the United Kingdom without paying for it on a private prescription. So now I'm on a different type of medication. I don't get so tired so often, but I haven't managed to lose the weight, which makes me a bit sad. But that is, I think, more psychological. So because I was so disheartened by all those attempts, now I find it really hard to like full on make an attempt to do that. So that's why I'm on a health journey. Anyway, I think I've been talking for ages. I hope you got to know a bit more about me. If there's anything else that you're interested in knowing, let me know, because I'm really rubbish at talking about myself. And yeah, pop it in the comments. Don't forget to like my video, because that's really helpful. And I was like so excited to have 100 views on a video. And I know on the scale of YouTube, that seems like barely any, but for me, like that 100 people even clicked on a video, whether they watched it or not, I don't know, but over 100 people clicked on a video, and that's like, imagine if you were in a room and 100 people came to watch you. You'd be like, whoa, I've filled a room full of people. So yeah, so that was really nice. So yeah, like, and really, if you want to subscribe, that would be great too, because my family's going to go through a bit of a poor phase, so the sooner I can get monetized, the better, I think. So like, subscribe, and yeah, check out some more of my videos, please. That'd be really nice. Thank you very much. Bye.